Hey everyone, this is Robert Marrujo. I'm one of the senior editors over at Nintendojo.com, and you've likely noticed that within the past couple weeks we've been expanding our presence on YouTube. We have a lot more trailers going up, and we also want to continue to grow our own original content. So, one of the things we're going to be taking and turning into video form is the Toy Box feature that we've been doing for a few years now. So, for the uninitiated, what is Nintendojo Toy Box? Toy Box is devoted to everything video gaming that isn't the game itself. So we're talking action figures, we're talking pullback racers, we're talking diecast cars, banks, anything collectible, keychains that is related to video games you will find in Toy Box. So we've done a lot of these features written over the years. Now we're going to start expanding into video versions of that. So when you see our Toy Box features up on YouTube, that's what you can look forward to when you click on the video. So why does that matter? Why are we going to highlight toys? I mean, video games are video games, toys are toys. Who cares about the overlap? Well, for me growing up, the overlap was a huge part of my joy as a gamer. Nowadays, I feel like you can really easily go into a toy store and find something Nintendo related in the toy aisle. You can find t-shirts, you can find backpacks, lunch boxes. I have a lunch box right behind me that I got at Target. It's great, and I know that a lot of today's kids really enjoy it, and collectors like myself who are a little older, we enjoy it too. But back when I was a child, I was growing up in the late 80s and early 90s as a little boy, and I did not feel like it was as easy to find a Nintendo toy. You know, it was not easy to just go out and snag a Super Mario action figure. My first toys that I ever had that had Nintendo incorporated with them or on them were the Super Mario Bros. 3 toys that came from McDonald's. And that little spring Mario, that little spring launcher Mario toy was just a godsend. I loved it as a kid. Because for me, I always look at the demonizing of video games and kind of laugh because they're very stereotypically portrayed as, oh, they stunt imagination, they make people more insular. Whereas I think that most people who truly play games and grew up with them, their experience is the exact opposite of that. You know, gaming was communal. My sister and I would play together all the time, and if one of us wasn't playing, the other was watching. And a big part of the fun was taking that world of the game and expanding upon it outside of playing it. So for me, I loved Mario, and I loved the world Mario was in. And toys allowed me to kind of just play with my imagination, expanding it how I thought it would be like, beyond, you know, the actual console and the video game. So I think toys and collectibles have a really big place in the hearts and minds of gamers. And I think that the influx that we've seen over the past, 5-10 years now of more Nintendo toys, more collectible adult figurines that you can buy, like people from the McFarlane line of toys, like some of the Gears of War figures you can see now. All these different things. To me, it's indicative of just how important the tangible nature of these items are, because gaming itself isn't tangible. You can hold the controller, you can hold the cartridges, you can hold the system, but the experience is on the screen, and it's something that you replay in your mind, you look at, but you're never truly touching. So I think that when we're able to take toys and take collectibles and have them in our homes, have them on our shelves, have them on our desks at work, wherever you put them, whatever they are, they end up meaning so much. And Toy Box is about highlighting that and getting into a little bit of the history of it when and where we can. So for example, and this is another thing I want to touch on with Toy Box, you can collect anywhere. I mean, you can go to an antique store and find stuff now. You can go to flea markets. I go all over the place, and I find little things, and I collect them, and I love them. So, for example, there's a toy store in Hayward here in California that is closing down, and I decided to run in and pick a couple things up before the shops close forever, and I stumbled across this really interesting, like, Pachinko pullback thing of Super Mario. It is quite old, as you can see. Obnoxiously close to the camera. I'll do a shot of it a little closer in a minute, but you can pull from here. It sends them flying and you want to get them in the holes, but it can also twist as well, so you can kind of change things up. It's super cool. Never seen it before. It's probably missing pieces. I have no idea. But the back here says that it is from, and I can see closer without my glasses. This is from 1988. It's 2 years younger than me. It's to me, this is just, it's something that is priceless. I think it's really cool, especially because this is from the era when you didn't have the super regimented stock image of Mario. They were still playing with what he looked like. And you can see not everyone looks quite right. But that's part of the fun. It's just, I think this is so cool. Does Mario have anything to do with Pachinko machines? No. I mean, Shigeru was playing them at one point, probably. As far as I understand, I've read things. Shigeru was a wild man back in the day. But in all honesty, you know, it's just so cool to me because you see these toys and they bring you back to your childhood, or they bring you back just to memories that you had. There's probably someone watching this video right now who's saying, hey, I had that as a kid. Or someone who's saying, I have that right now, and yeah, you are missing a piece. Let us know in the comments if we are. So anyway, that's Toy Box. That's what we're going to do here. That's what we're going to show off, and we hope that you come along for the ride. So you would be kind enough to give us a subscribe and tell your friends to subscribe, and look forward to more content from us as the weeks go by. And thank you, and see you on Nintendojo for all of our news, reviews, and commentary.